that perfect person who resembles all these quotes, sayings, and proverbs. Uh, and we have that perfect person with us here. That is D. Sri Lakshmi, a beloved senior who cracked Palo Alto Networks with the highest package of 41 lakhs per annum. Hi, sister. You can talk few words.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Shravya, for giving me that cute intro about myself. But let me give a small intro about myself, everyone. I'm Sri Lakshmi Dudala, currently pursuing engineering in Division Engineering College for Women in the stream of IT, Information Technology. I know some of you may know, but still I want to give it. And coming to how I applied to Palo Alto Networks, it's an off-campus company. I just applied it through the link that IT department Nagaraju sir has sent us through in placements app. As I'm very eager to get good job, I used to apply every company that sir gave us. So I applied in that in same manner, and I got a good results for that. That's how I applied to that company.
Thank you, sister. So I'll start with my set of questions and I'll give chance to our audience to give their queries in chat box. So I'm stopping.
Yeah, sure, Savya.
So I'm so curious to interact with you. Like I have been waiting for so many days. And thank you for accepting our request and giving a chance to interact with you. So let me start with my first question. So
Yeah,
you already answered how to apply it.
yeah.
So I'll directly move to the second question. That is, uh, please share your experience from the starting of coding test to the final round of interview. How? What was the procedure actually?
Yeah, okay. And coming to this question, there is an online round which is actually conducted by that company. There will be 4 rounds in that online rounds. Every round has its, I mean, every round is an elimination round. In order to go to further rounds, you need to complete the previous rounds. And the first round is performance, I mean, not performance, it's qualification round, sorry. Qualification round, I mean, you need to fill your details, and based on that, they will allow you to write the next coding round. And I was selected to the coding round. And in coding round, I mean, the duration for this coding round is around 3 hours, and they have given us 3 questions. And in that 3 questions, I would able to solve 2 questions, and I will let me explain those questions. First question is related to arrays. They will give an array which consists of zeros and ones, and we need to do like how many zero ones are there. Such an easy question, we can able to solve it. And coming to the second question, it's a bit difficult. They'll give us the timings of, I mean, different starting time and ending times of a subject. Like in a day, English subject starts from 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. Like that, they'll give some X number of subjects and corresponding starting times and ending times. And we need to find maximum number of classes that we can conduct on the day without colliding each subject. Like that, we need to find the maximum number of subjects and what are they, we need to print them. That is the second question. And third question is related to graphs. I didn't even see, but it's in a pretty easy one. I solved just 2 questions, and I was qualified to the further next round, which is aptitude round. I mean, and in this aptitude round, it consists of 30 questions and 30 minutes of time. And it's from all the sections like aptitude sections, academic subjects like networks, cn, algorithms. And they have asked some scenarios like in this scenario which algorithm will be useful, like that they ask me bits. And also aptitude questions like calendars and works, everything included in this aptitude round. And based on that results, I was next qualified to further round, that is job role selection. There are many roles that are available in this company even, so we can select which role we want. And this is all about my online rounds. After successful completion of these rounds, I got a mail from Palo Alto Networks. They contacted me saying that if you want to go with our company, please update your resume. So I did that. And after that, they conducted me 2 TRs and 1 HR. In the first year, it's about coding, complete coding problems, and coding like we can able to solve. The first question is like simple pattern. They gave us strings and asked me to separate. I mean, and asked me to print the vowels and the consonants in a particular pattern. That's about first question. And second question is related to hash maps. uh, an array will be given and we need to print the frequencies of the elements in the same manner like we read the array. And the next question is overlapping rectangles. You will come to know this problem in the second phase of CNDS, I think so.
Yes.
And yeah, and the next, and I was asked about puzzles like two trains will be coming which are opposite to each other, and there is a beast which is traveling some at x kilometers per hour. After 1 hour, these trains may collide. We need to say how much distance the bee can able to travel during that time before these trains collide. This is all in the first year, and the duration for this TR round is 1 hour. And she's very good, friendly, and I could able to crack it. It's very nice. And I was moved further to next year. It's about coding, problem solving, and academics. Like problem solving questions means they just asked me some of the small problems like they given an n by n matrix and asked me to print the elements in a diagonal way. Like if you are given 2 2 matrix, 0 0 will be first diagonal, and the next diagonal will be like 0 0 1, and 1 0 will be the next diagonal, and last diagonal will be 1 1. In such a manner, they asked me to print the elements, and I did it. And they asked me algorithms like Dijkstra algorithms. You will come to know all this in third phase of your CNDS. And academic subjects mostly like computer networks, OS operating systems, and DBMS, and also SC software engineering will take care of. We won't, I mean, we'll neglect the subject, but they ask me in questions in that subject even. And also some of the problems related to that company, like if I give you large amount of data that you can't even open in your laptop, and how will you handle it? How will you do such on this data? Such questions they asked me. And also some of the points like you are given, you created some website, some X website. You want to know the stress point, like how many users, when how many users using that website comes to slow down. Such a question they asked me related to that company. I just answer in my knowledge, and I was qualified for the next round, HR round, I mean HR round. And in that HR round, they asked me about myself, about my resume, and some things out from my resume. And this is completely about myself. And this is the end of that round. And finally, I got the result that I was selected, and this is how my interviews went.
So informative it was. It will really help us. We are so
Yeah,
privileged to have you for this. So, going to my next question. So, you have said a lot of things now. So, we
yeah,
think I think you might have prepared so hard for this. So, please give us some preparation strategies which will help
yeah,
us.
yeah. Shravya, I mean, everyone thinking. Am I audible, Shravya?
Yes, sister, you are audible.
I mean, everyone will think that only coding is enough, but I will say that that's not enough. You need to have some other things like academics. Some subjects, they are important really. So you need to take care of all those subjects. And like this ONs, I mean operating systems, and C and computer networks, which is very important subject. So please do take care of all those academic subjects. I mean, I have prepared, I have good knowledge on the coding, as I do rigorous practice during this lockdown. I should thank this lockdown because I continuously practiced on this coding. I focused on it. So I just, I mean, when I came to know that I have an interview, I just prepared my academic subjects. At least you may not do, I mean, have grip on something like you may have the grip on coding or academic subjects. At least have something so that it will be easy. I strongly recommend you to have good knowledge on these academic subjects before, because your academic classes will come, you come over all these things. So I just Hey, just give me a minute. Okay. I just tell you to prepare these academic subjects, and coding you will come to know, you will do it as a part of your academics, and CNDS students even do that. So
Yes.
you will get to know that. That's it. You can crack it everything and have confidence in yourself. That's it. You will crack everything.
Thank you so much for this.
Yeah.
So, I think during your preparation or maybe in interviews, you might have done so many mistakes. And apart from that, what do you think are the common mistakes people do during preparing for interviews? Please tell some mistakes.
Yeah. Some mistakes like I have seen during preparing interviews. They won't give. I mean, just they spend an entire time on something like coding skill. I mean, programming languages. They leave academic subjects. That's very wrong because just they we don't know what they ask. Even though there are some previous experiences, we might not say that they will only be asked. They're just for reference. I strongly recommend you to see those previous interviews if you are going to any company. But apart from, see all the academic subjects and have a good grip on the coding questions, mainly programming languages. If you are a CSE and IT student, very sure you should have a good knowledge on these subjects because they will deeply ask you questions on this coding knowledge. But for other IT, I mean ECE students, for other branches, they won't ask that much. They just have only this coding programming languages. They will ask only on that. But for CSE IT, they will ask you deeply into the academic subjects. So you should have a continuous grip on it. And this is how. Okay, this will be enough. I think so.
Okay. So, thank you for this. Some common mistakes which I have done, which we'll
Yeah.
try uh, avoid while preparing. So now moving to my next question. So now we have discussed about mistakes. Now give us some tips regarding importance of CGPA and perfection of resume or well-defined projects. Some that kind of point of view. Give some.
Okay. Yeah. And I won't say that you should have. I mean, according to me, at least 75% CGPA is enough because every company, that's a safe side actually. So 75% is enough, but you should focus on other things. There are many other things like you should have trending technologies. Please expose yourself to the trending technologies because they will help you very much in interviews. And participate in other college events or participate in some contests which are very important because you come to know what are as college student standards there, and you will know what improvements should we need to do to ourselves so that we can improve, and such things need to be done. And some of the and resume is very important. It's a very powerful weapon which represents you to HR. So be careful while preparing your resume. Please, some of the tips like I just suggest you to create a LinkedIn profile. Update your LinkedIn profile every time, and please mention it in your resume. That's very important. And have some good projects, good knowledge projects, and which will be very useful to society because such a projects will attract the HR towards you, and you can spend some time on that in the interview. So have good knowledge, good projects with you. And not only that, do have good communication skills, and always don't fear. Just treat both success and failure equally. So for any interview or anything that comes in your life, just face it with a smile. You will do overcome it. I just want to say that's it
Thank you.
from my side. Yeah, Shravya.
So, means, did you face like many successive failures during your interviews? Like, as in my third year, as I'm in third year, I've almost wrote around 10, 10 companies and I almost failed all of them. Almost not, I failed all of them. And I'm feeling like so uh, underconfident actually to move towards more grip in successful aiming. So please give some suggestions to overcome the successive failures.
Yeah, every successful man has their own his own list of his failures. I would definitely believe in that. Uh, Whenever you come failure, just don't fear. Just learn something from it and leave it there. Just leave it there, stop it there, and start your next day very freshly. This habit will make you a very good individual. Actually, I would start. I mean, I would strongly suggest you that thing, because I have applied for many companies and I got rejected in many companies too. Good companies, like I got rejected in HR round in Expedia and telephone interview round in Adobe. There are many companies which I have rejected, but still I just gain confidence in myself. Believe in yourself first. That's very important. So I believed in myself and I thought, why can't I? I'll do it. So with that confidence, I just rigorously doing this. I mean, applying for the companies and giving the interviews. There are many companies I have applied. Every company I just noted one point, what mistake I have made. I mean, I'm thinking to my knowledge, and to I listed all the points. Every time I won't repeat the points. Like that, I prepared a strategy to myself, and that helped me, I think. And also some of the experiences of yeah, experienced fellows like Subbaraju sir. He used to tell very good points. I would suggest you to listen to him. He would, whatever he tells, there is some reason behind it. So I heard to all his points and noted it down, and prepare. I mean, some of the CNDS students strategies. I mean, like their interview experience, which they will share in a Facebook. I used to read them frequently, and everything. I just pushed myself. I just had all the knowledge in myself and moved forward. This is all.
Thank you so much, sister. This is so inspiring for us. Like,
Yeah,
we are really energized and we are looking forward to start with to give a kickstart to our preparation in a
yeah,
good, and we'll aspire to crack very biggest companies and become
yeah.
successful like you. And
I have good confidence in you all. I will definitely say that you will get placed in a very good companies with a good, very good packages. But please prepare from now. I mean, for third years or for second years, every any year student, this is the correct time for you to start your career. There are many people who roam around the colleges, but I don't say, hey, just to roam. Just give a part of the time, like at least 50% to this academics, like doing coding, because coding is becoming very, very important nowadays. As for CSE IT students, it is the only thing that you need to have in order to get placed. So please be focused on coding skills and also some of the trending technologies, and have good projects and go through. There are many groups. There are many groups like in LinkedIn also you will get some of the groups which will give you internship. I mean, internship opportunities. They will mention the internship opportunities, so please do join in them. And also Telegram also you have some groups, so please do join in them. And whenever you lose confidence, don't feel anything if you got rejected in one company. That's a kickstart. Just learn something from it and move further. You will definitely get good packages and get placed in good companies.
thank you so much, Akka, for your suggestions and your answers. I
Yeah,
think everyone might have been enlightened with your experience, even. So, here we come to the end of question session. So, we'll go back to the chat. There are many
yeah,
for you. So,
yeah.
first, the Pavni is asking which technology helped you in your interviews, in interviews, trading technology.
Yeah, actually, Pavni, the technology that I have learned is blockchain technology. That doesn't help me much, but it's an additional point for me, according to me, because compared with others, I just did that. I have a good knowledge on this blockchain technology, so that's an additional point. But there are some trending technologies like Node.js, React.js. They are very good technologies, because people are nowadays are requiring. I mean, companies are having. I mean, want to recruit people who have good knowledge on this. So update. I don't know that much about these technologies. Just consult your, I mean, IT department, Nagras. He will suggest you some of the good technologies and do learn it and have good knowledge on it, and be a professional in it. Not professional, just at least have good knowledge on that technology.
Thank you, sister. So again, next question is also asked by Pavani. So
Yeah.
she's asking, what about off-campus drives, which helps us to crack off-campus interviews? Means what
Uh,
kind?
Off campus, I mean, that groups just give you which companies want to hire. I mean, like the hire dates that our company, our college is sending, they will send you, this company will hire you, will require, yeah, I mean, this company requires a Java developer, like that. There are some groups, I'll definitely share you the data. Just join in that and do give your attempts into that companies.
Thank you, sister. So next question is asked by Satya. She's asking you to suggest some websites which helped you for off-campus placements.
Satya, just give me 1 second. I'll just see and tell you. There are good groups like Prepinsta 2021. I'll just type it in the chat box so that you can know that. These are some of the groups that I know, but actually I think I know just a little bit about it. Prepinsta 2020.
A little bit is enough, sister, to explore a lot there. We just need a start, small
Yeah.
in.
Actually, I just joined in these two groups. These are very good. I mean, they used to post off-campus jobs regularly, and I used to apply for those jobs. I applied so many jobs off-campus, and I got, I mean, to HR some of the companies, but I don't want to join, so I just left it like that. That's it from my side.
Thank you, sister. So next question is asked by someone. They're asking any suggestions for non-CSC or IT students.
Non-CSE IT students just have a good knowledge on programming language, because you will not be asked through any academic subjects as you are non-CSE. So have good knowledge on these coding programmings like C, and if you are good and you have the capability, just explore to other knowledge, other languages, C++, and mainly algorithms. I mean, data structures and algorithms. This is a very important subject that every non-IT, I mean, non-CSE and CSE students should learn if they want to get a good packages, very high packages in good companies or product-based companies too.
Okay, sister. Thank you. So next question is asked by Devi. She is asking, for getting a job from off campus is not an easy task. So she's asking you to share some tips regarding resume.
Yeah, some of the tips like just make sure that there is no spelling mistakes in your resume, and mention your details good, and don't keep extra things like objectives and everything. I suggest that if you want to cope with it, but I won't suggest to add additional extra worst information like that objects. So that's not required. That's actually good, but that's not required. And that, and also don't mention your, I mean, mention your project in a single line followed by your role in that project also. That would be great. They come to know that you have done this role in that project. Otherwise they will ask you suddenly, you don't know what which role you have participated in that project. So please mention your role in that. And mm, next, what about it, let me think.
Sister, what
Question.
about individual projects then?
Just mention your individual projects. If it's just role individual, I just mentioned like that, role individual projects. That would be great. And coming to, let me think. Give me 1 second. I'll just think about it. Some of the points. Mm. Yeah, that's it. But I mean, don't use high vocabulary. Just use normal vocabulary and uh, give a clear cut and gunshot point about yourself. And that's more. And make sure that you don't mention complete. Like sometimes they will ask you, tell me something about yourself which is not there in their resume. So keep aside some points so that you can answer that question. That's also important. I was asking one company about that, and that's it for resume. Please
Thank
follow
you.
good, please follow good models. There are some models which are very, I mean, they will give you good colors and everything, so don't do that much. It just need to be as simple as that, and they are direct points, I mean bullet points. And whenever someone sees, they should feel like, yeah, this good, awesome, like that. I'll just send you some models, I mean how the format of resume. If you want, I'll just send you after this session is completed.
Thank you so much, sister.
Yeah.
Mm, Here comes the next question asked by Saujanya. So she is asking, is CNDS or WISE are the only reasons for highest packages? And she is asking any suggestions from you for the people who are not part of the programs.
I won't tell you that both these, I mean, no, apart from the students who are not participated in this, they won't get good packages. You can, but you should have a good knowledge on the programming and academic subjects. But if you are individual, will get some laziness doing coding. Actually, that's why I do mention CNDS and Y students. If you have good knowledge, I mean, there are many platforms which you can explore, like HackerRank, HackerEarth, and CodeChef, CodeForces. There are many programming platforms. Do explore on those platforms and do programming. And sometimes, if you got any, I mean, if you need any help, or if you got any doubt, refer to Geeks for Geeks. This is a very good portal because they will clearly mention you everything. Just go through that portals like Geeks for Geeks, and you will get clarified and go move further. In I mean, any student can crack good jobs if they have their own interest in coding, and if they want themselves to get placed in good packages, good companies.
Thank you so much, Sista, for this. So here comes the next question asked by Bhagya. She is asking what kind of projects you have done, which you have kept in resume.
Yeah, uh, actually, I kept three projects in my resume. First thing is a puzzle game that's about. I completed it in Vice program. It's a Python project. It's very easy. I kept that. It's like a small project, and I completed a project in this lockdown. I should thank this lockdown. I completed one project. It's based on Java J2EE, which you will learn in your academics, and also Wise you will learn. I have good knowledge on it through Wise and my academics. So I implemented a project on it. Like it's a car rental portal. I mean, a user can able to log into that portal and rent a car, and he will be reminded with the, I mean, rent. I mean, if he not paid, he will be reminded with those rents, like that. This is all about that project. And the next one is ATL project. I should thank this Assistive Technology Lab, because this project has made a good impression about me to HR. This is a face object recognizer, and it's an ML project. In this project, I blind people or blind people and Alzheimer patients don't memorize their things. So this project will be useful for them. It helps them to recognize the peoples and also objects which are in front of them. This is actually a device which includes the software of ML. This project has a has made a good impression on me to HR. This is the three projects that I have kept in my resume. If you have any projects, just keep them. Like 3 to 4 is enough in the resume.
Those are so interesting projects which you have done, and
Yeah,
you have done. You are said that you are prepared for like you are proficient in blockchain also. So did
yeah.
you do any project in that also?
No, I actually learned. I mean, I'm an intermediate student. at that technology. I just did some courses in that technology, and I just that to say that I am good at this knowledge. That's it. I didn't completed any projects on it. I actually have an idea to complete the project, but I don't find any time and
That's all
yeah.
right, sister. So let's go to the next question. So this is asked by Pavni. So after applying for off-campus drives, we are not getting any response from them. What might be the reason? Is it like they hire only tier 1 and tier 2 colleges or something else? What you know exactly?
Actually, I don't know much about it, but I'll answer it according to my knowledge. I think there will not be like Tier 1, they won't show any difference like Tier 1, Tier 2 college. They'll actually see about the performance in that, I mean, in that test that they will conduct. So that test might be the reason, I think so. I don't think such things will be there. That's it, one I don't know.
That's really like we are not sure, right? So it's okay, we can understand.
Yeah.
So moving to the next question asked by Banu. So she's saying, is it enough to be a beginner level in trending technologies?
Beginner means beginner doesn't make you I mean, doesn't make you recognize much. So just be at intermediate stage. If it's a one technology also, not a problem, but be good in it. And if you could able to complete a good project on that technology, that's very much creative to you. So I would suggest to be an intermediate at that technology, not a beginner. If you, I mean, if you want to get placed in good companies or I mean high products like that, it would be more useful for you. It will be a benefit actually.
Yeah. Thank you for this. So,
Yeah.
so Pauli is saying that for the question she asked earlier, that she
Yeah.
didn't getting the test link and all. So, what we can say from that?
Actually, Pani, we will usually get it like I just applied some companies and I got the links and I moved further. You might get it, but if it's a small company, I don't know. I just applied to the companies like NCR. That's an off-campus company. I applied it and I got. And which companies? Like there is an Amazon website also, amazon.jobs.com, I think so. They will provide the links for the off campus event. I just applied there also. And that's it, I think so. Other than that, I didn't apply much off campus, so I don't have proper knowledge on it, Pavni. But do follow this Amazon dot web, this like websites. If you know, they will provide you correct information and correct details. I mean, we can't say that everything posted in such groups is true, that that company will hide you. So do follow good companies and attempt those companies.
So she's saying. So here comes our next question from Shivani, that she's asking about what is like how important are online certification courses.
uh, Online certifications are not that much important. It just make you like it will remember, mean it'll have a good impact on you, because no other people will did not do that certifications, but you only did. That's an extra qualification that you actually have. So there is a high probability that you will be get selected. So the, I mean, like normally nowadays, if I say that I completed this certification during this lockdown, they'll think that you have utilized this time doing the certification. That's a very good that have good impact on the HR to say that you are utilizing time. So like that things will happen. So I recommend you to do certifications if you have time. Otherwise, go with the trending technologies and do certifications on it. That will be more useful for you.
So, what do you think? Like, based on these certificate courses, means those are like very little, right? So we can complete as many as possible. So while putting in resume, how can we like arrange them? Means if we do around 20, 30, then those all will not fit in our resume, right? So how can we prioritize actually them?
Just prioritize, like there will be some things which you do, like Python for everything. I came to know that you are doing such courses. Just prioritize them based on like importance. Technologies, some technologies and programming languages, divide their sections. And if you did any communication skills certifications also, divide them into blocks, like these groups. And then select the top one, highest one. You can come to know that among these all programming languages, if you keep Python, that's a very good, that has very good impact, because it's a very trending programming language, because it reduces the code of user, and very good built-in functions are there. So you could able to talk something on that language, if that language is mentioned. So prioritize yourself, which on which certification if I keep, I will be able to speak much more on it, and it has good impression on it. So based on that, prioritize yourself to all those certifications and place them in order.
Like sister, we in resume we'll prioritize and keep them.
Yeah.
But in LinkedIn, can we put all them in our?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. They will have a good impression. You can give every the certification if you want, because they will provide you links, right? Expire link will be there, or otherwise they will give you certification link. If you mention that, they will come to know that you have did all these certifications. No problem. In LinkedIn, you can mention everything. In resume, just if you want to keep, you can. But mostly that resume need to be a one page, and it need to be gunshot point. So I suggest you to prioritize it if you don't want to go it to 2 pages of resume.
Now, we have another question. This is from Banu. She is asking, what is more important? Is it whether number of internships or more number of courses?
uh, According to my knowledge, I'll say that internships is more important compared with courses, because these internships will brings you an industry exposure actually. So it's more good that before getting placed, they'll come to know that you have good industry knowledge. And so I suggest you to go with internships mostly, when you got both the sections. So that's it.
Thank you, sister. So, any more questions? Someone is asking, how many internships did you do?
Actually, I did only one intern at Smart Interviews. Some of you CNDS students might know. I'm a mentor actually there. That's helped me because I played the role mentor, and I got some experiences that too related to coding. So I can able to speak more about this in my interviews. That's a very useful intern, I think.
So, Pranita is asking you to suggest some off-campus companies.
Yeah, today I forgot to say, did everyone completed that Flipkart Girls Wanna Code? Is there today?
Yes,
Please, if
sister.
you don't complete it, you Harish it 8 minutes more. Please go and complete it. Yeah, that's very useful. This is our like off campus. They are not coming to our campus, right? Like this Flipkart programs, and Adobe will also conduct some off campus program, which will be for 3rd years only. I don't know. I don't remember much about it. Just to apply to such companies. NCR company will conduct you that off-campus links. HackerRank is most preferable because in HackerRank there will be a job section. There, every job is a good one. I mean, you'll get the links and you can able to write it. Please go to that. Please prefer that first. Compared with other these Telegram and LinkedIn groups, please prefer to this HackerRank jobs group. There will be correct information, and I wrote that NCR and I got the links. Some of the person asked me about that I am not getting links. Please follow then HackerRank jobs. You will get correct information and correct links will be sent, and if you got selected you will be intimated correctly. Please go through it.
So thank you, sister. So Lasia is asking you to suggest some ways of getting internship. Maybe
Ways
she's
of get.
maybe she's asking ways of approaching them.
Yeah, like I would say getting internships. Coding is a base, Bra. I'm not. I don't want you to get me here, but just I want to tell you it's important. If you have a good knowledge on it, there are many off campus. As I said, internships will be available, and go through it, and mostly prefer LinkedIn. And after that, if you won't get it, just prefer LinkedIn. Internships are also good, they are also genuine, but sometimes you don't get a reply from it. So follow these two, and have, I mean, whenever you face an interview, just wear a smile on your face. That will crack you, that will help you very much. And speak at most confidently. I mean, very confident. If you don't know the question also, just speak something, but be confident. If you say the answer wrong also, that's where that's also very important. I just saw some of the people don't have that quality, so please do all to have them, so that it will help you to crack interviews.
Thank you so much, sister. So Bhagya is asking one last question, I think. Where to follow these groups in HackerRank?
You'll find them, just type internship groups, I think so. I don't remember much. Internship groups or something like that. You'll get it all the groups list, or just type normally in Google some groups. You'll get it and just follow them. But please update to the latest technologies, and also tools. I mean, we are very compare yourself with some top college students, and uh, uh, equalize both of us. I mean, different colleges, like they have good communication skills, and they are doing good projects and good internships like React JS and everything. So we should also do such things and prove that we're also equal to them.
Well, thank you. So here uh, again, Bhagya is asking how to follow in LinkedIn.
In LinkedIn, you'll get directly follow button will be there. Just click on it, you will get follow to that LinkedIn groups.
So next, Satya asked that in LinkedIn we generally see campus ambassador, student ambassador, these kind of
Yeah.
intern. Like, are they really? Do they under come in under internships, or are these helpful?
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly, Shravya. Can you repeat it?
Satya is asking, like in LinkedIn, she saw like campus ambassadors, student ambassadors, these kind of terms.
Yeah.
So she's asking, are they useful? Do they come under internships?
I According to me, I think they are different. Campus ambassador is different from internship, I think so. It's like campus ambassador, you're representing your campus for that company, but internship is different. I think so, but I don't know actually, Shravya. So please do Google it. I don't know much about it. Sorry for that.
Okay. So someone is again asking that she's a fresher and she's from civil department. So she is
Yeah.
giving hints about important subjects or topics that she should focus on.
I would suggest, I would say algorithms, data structures and algorithms is very good subject, important subject. And if you have good knowledge on, I mean, first prefer to C programming language, have a good knowledge on that language. And then if you are good at it, just go to data structures and algorithms. That will be more enough for you as you are from civil department. And if you want to go to software side jobs,
Well,
if you want to go to your core jobs, these are not, I mean, C just needed, I think so. Everyone needs C, but if you want to go to specifically software, have a good knowledge on data structures also.
thank you so much, sister. Here is a last
Yeah,
final, my personal question I would like to ask you.
yeah, sure, Shravya.
Like people say, like internship and full-time offer. So what is like difference based on work? Means what to work is there in the internship and what kind of work will be there in full-time?
Actually, Shravya, it will vary from company to company. Uh, I can't specifically say that this will be there only in this industry, in one industry, in the industry. They may different from company to company. Like normally, intern means they'll just add you to some of the current project which is going on, and they'll give you a little work. As you are a fresher, you don't have complete knowledge on it. They'll try to train you and give you some tasks to do. If you could able to do it or not, that will be going through like that. And there are some companies which won't give you projects also, just make you, ask you to learn some knowledge and some technologies and complete certifications like that. There will be some companies, but mostly they will add you to a project and ask you to continue. This is a internship. Full time means, as you know, you will be definitely the member of that, and you will be responsible for that project if anything goes on wrong. That's all, Shravya.
So what's your role in the company? Like what's your resignation? What's the designation in the company present?
Yeah, my role is performance engineer. Like we need to check perform like testing even. Like entire project will be divided small projects, so we need to check each part. This will be more related to testing side, my one.
Okay, sister. So here we come to the end of this session. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Thank you everyone who attended this session. I hope everyone enjoyed a lot, got a lot of information, clarified your doubts. So if you missed anything, you can search in our channel. We'll post this recorded session in our YouTube channel, Sparta SVCW, after a short span of time. So here we come to the end of the session. So
thank you so much, Sravya, for giving me such an opportunity. I was very excited to see you that you are working that much hard work, so I thought to encourage you. Please do such activities and gain some leadership skills, which is very important even.
thank you so much, sister. And we are so thankful to you for your precious time and for brushing up our brains for
Yeah,
preparing for the interviews. And
yeah.
and I have seen somewhere in the chat they asked to share your resume. So if it is possible, please share.
I'll just share the format of my resume. That too with you. I will share after the session is completed.
My yes, sister. So
I'll share my number. If I mean, I would like to share my number so that if you have any doubts or anything related to any interviews or anything, just ping me. Uh, I'll contact with you. And if you got doubts, please clarify with me. I'm free. I'm very happy to clarify your doubts if you have anything.
thank you so much, sister. So here we come to the end of the session. I hope everyone might have noted the important points. And if anyone missed, don't worry. You can watch the recorded session again. And uh, thank you to my team who supported for this. And thank you, and the most thank you for the audience who have been so energetic till the end of the session. And once again, thanks a lot, sister. We are so happy and
Yeah.
grateful to have you here with us
Yeah.
this evening.
Please, everyone, if I moved you to the negative side, please come to positive side. I just want you to be positive. If I speak anything wrong, please rectify it and go move to positive side.